Are you ready, Southside? Because it's time to talk Lincoln. Are you ready, Southside? Because it's time to talk Lincoln High School athletics and activities on the Railsplitter Roundtable. The Railsplitter Roundtable is brought to you by Smitty's Tenderloin Shop. Now, live on the Railsplitter Radio Network is the voice of the Railsplitters, your one and only Todd Guessford.
And good evening. Welcome to the Railsplitter Roundtable. My name is indeed Todd Guessford. We're coming to you live from Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road. Stop in and see us, say hi, and like Smitty says, eat a tenderloin. Well, here at Smitty's, you can dine in, watch, or listen to the show. You can order online with DoorDash, Grubhub, or Uber Eats, or carry out by calling 515-287-4742. Ben Smith and his outstanding staff are here tonight to serve you, and they will do a great job. Well, as you all know, this is our All Rails, all-the-time talk show. It's great to have you tuning in wherever you might be in Railsplitter country tonight. Well, the fall sports season, folks, is starting to wind down. The girls' tennis season is over. The boys' golf season is concluded. The girls' swim team has the Iowa Alliance Conference diving meet next Tuesday night in Mason City. And then 2 nights later, they'll be back in Mason City for the conference swim meet. The boys' cross-country team finished second at the 70th Annual Augustine Classic last Thursday night, October 9th at Ewing Park. And Jordan Parr's team competed in the conference meet in Ottumwa last night, and they're gearing up for the 3A districts in Johnston next Wednesday afternoon. And I do believe that the girls cross-country season has concluded. The Lincoln volleyball team has gone through a tough stretch lately. That includes a 3-0 loss at Ames last night. The Iowa Alliance Conference Silver Meet is this Saturday at North High School, and Class 5A first-round regional play for the Railsplitters begins next Tuesday night, October 21st. They'll be in Marshalltown to take on the Marshalltown Bobcats. Well, and of course, we're counting down tonight. If you count tomorrow night, just 2 games left in the Lincoln football season. Another border war is on the horizon tomorrow night as Lincoln takes on the East Scarlets at Mediacom Stadium. So that's our fall sports update. And with me tonight, my technical director, she just looks excited to be here, Molly Guessford, helping out. Thank you, Molly. And we're excited about our show tonight for a number of reasons. First of all, we have Railsplitter royalty on the program tonight, as the 2025 homecoming queen, Daphne Abrahamson, and the homecoming king, K2 Saul, are both here tonight. We're going to talk to them and find out all about their homecoming experience and get those reactions of how it was when you when they said your name, that you were the king and the queen. So we're going to talk to K2 and Daphne about that. We're looking forward to that. Tomorrow night's Lincoln's final home game, thus the final performance of the Railsplitter Marching Band tomorrow night. Drum major Natalie Ruffus is here, and she's a junior. Senior Lily Dillon is expected to be here. We haven't seen her yet. She's not coming now? Nope, it's just going to be Natalie. Okay, well, Natalie will have to – she'll do a great job. So we're looking forward to talking to her about marching band. And, of course, we'll talk football with head coach Tom Alessio, and offensive coordinator Dan Goebel is in the house tonight. So we're going to talk to Dan about the big game with Lincoln and East coming up tomorrow night. That's our lineup of guests, as I mentioned. Molly Guessford is our technical director tonight. She's guiding the Railsplitter Radio Network ship. And we are live here from Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network, and we'll be right back.
Voted City View's best tenderloin for 10 years running. Smitty's Tenderloin Shop is just one of those places on the south side that everyone knows and loves. Family owned and in business since 1953, Smitty's makes their tenderloins and onion rings from scratch every single day. Dine in or order out by calling 515-287-4742. Smitty's Tenderloin Shop at 1401 Army Post Road. Smitty says, eat a tenderloin.
Get the latest on the activities and athletics at Lincoln High School right here. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
And we're back here at Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road. Hey, if you're in the neighborhood tonight, stop in and say hi to the Lincoln Royalty, because we have Railsplitter Royalty here tonight. We have the King and the Queen here tonight. I'm excited about this. We've got to my right here, we have the King, K2 Saw, and to my left, Daphne Abrahamson. Hi, kids. How we doing?
I'm
Doing
good.
good.
Well, what an exciting thing being named King and Queen. K2, I'm going to start with you. Just, I think Miss Snyder said the vote was pretty close.
Yeah.
What was your immediate reaction when they said K2 Saw is homecoming king? What went through your mind?
I was really speechless, and I was like excited. Like, I was really nervous. My heart was like beating so hard to hear my name being said.
Yeah, and of course you never know if you're going to win, and you got a 1 in 5 chance of winning. So being nominated is just kind of a big deal in itself, right?
Yeah. And it's just a big moment for me. It's just being like nominated and like winning in general too. But yeah.
Well, Daphne, hi.
Hi.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
And tell me, young lady, what was going through your mind when they said Daphne Abrahamson is the 2025 Lincoln Homecoming Queen?
I definitely wasn't expecting it. It was a really close race. I know a lot of girls who all the girls on the court, they were amazing. So many people voted for them. It was like Snyder said, it was a really close race. And like K2 said, like you can just hear your heart beating. It was scary, but it's fun.
When you win something like this, it's something. I was talking to K2 about this before he got here. You win something like this, the rest of your life you'll be able to say, hey, I was the homecoming king and I was the homecoming queen. How doesn't that sound pretty good?
Yeah, it does.
Were your parents excited, kids? Were they excited?
Yeah, they were really excited.
Yeah. So take me through the homecoming week, okay? I know we had rain on Monday, so we didn't have the kickball thing, but just talk about the week. Daphne, talk about the week. It's always a lot of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is always a lot of fun. It's one of like my favorite things about Lincoln is just it's really easy to get involved with the school, even if you're not in that many clubs or sports. It's just like doing all the spirit days and all the parades and like the kickball game, the powder puff game, and like joining those things. I think it's really nice, especially to get like people out of their shell. And I definitely met a lot more people through it and like made more friends.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that, K2?
Homecoming, I agree with her. Yeah, just to get out your shell, meet more people. But yeah, the homecoming week for me was like really busy, knowing that I'm in leadership. I have to like help prepare events and all that stuff, and then being in football too. Like,
you had a football game to prepare for as well.
Yeah.
So, is it easy to get distracted? I mean, when you're, everybody wants to win the football game, and unfortunately that didn't happen. But is it, as football players, do you find yourself having to focus in and try not to get distracted?
Yeah, we were pretty focused on the game, like the plays and stuff. Like we try not to get distracted by like the fans and like in the stands, all the kids. But yeah, I mean, we went out there, we tried our best, had a great time. Yeah.
All right. Well, I was there when when I heard your names called. So let's you're both seniors. Let's K2. You were telling me that you're interested in being a realtor.
Yep.
And take me. Where'd you? Why do you want to be a realtor? I guess.
I say like realtor. To like hustle. Like call like people, try to get like sales and all that stuff. Like me being a kid, like I had to hustle, like mowing the lawn and stuff, going to people's houses, clean their gutters and all that stuff. So and I just became interested in just becoming like a salesman in general, becoming a realtor.
And you don't have, no one in your family really has any business previous experience dealing with real estate, correct?
Yeah, they don't have any experience, but yeah, I could be the first, and yeah, it's really great.
Well, that's exciting. Well, that's a great way to make a living. There's a lot of quality realtors out there that make do a good job doing that. So, Daphne, I did some reading up on both of you. Okay, that's part of my job. But psychology major, is that what you're thinking about right now?
Yeah, I want to go to Iowa to study psychology, and then I want to eventually become a psychiatrist.
Okay, all right. So, got an end goal there, and that's we certainly have needs for those kind of folks in our world today.
Right.
So hey, well, it's great to have you guys on, and congratulations. So happy for you. And it's like I said, it's something that you'll take with you. You'll take with you the rest of your life. And I was talking to K2 a little bit before you got here, Daphne, but you kids will come back. You kids will come back next year for homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun, especially like seeing how it changes and also like what stays the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you for being here.
Yep,
Appreciate
thank you for having me.
Appreciate you. Congratulations to
Thank
both
you.
of you.
Thank you.
The K2 Saw and Daphne Abrahamson are king and queen for the Rail Splitters here 2025. And a couple of great kids, and really happy for them. So we'll take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk marching band. Natalie Rothfuss is here. We're going to have a one-on-one about marching band tonight. She was supposed to have some backup tonight, but she's going it alone, and we'll have some fun with that. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable. We're live from Smitty's Tenderloin shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
A Southside landmark, Smitty's Tenderloin shop makes the best tenderloins in the metro. Just ask CityView. They voted Smitty's the best tenderloin for 10 years running. The secret? They're made from scratch every single day. Try them along with the burgers, the made-from-scratch onion rings, fries, and cheese curds. When you call 515-287-4742, you can dine in or order online. Smitty's Tenderloin shop at 1401 Army Post Road. Smitty says, eat a tenderloin.
Want to learn more about what's happening at Lincoln High School? You're in the right place. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
And we are back here at Smitty's Tenderloin shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road. We're live here on the Railsplitter Radio Network, and it is time to, I'm going to see which mic she has on here. Mic number 2. Okay, there we go. I should know that stuff before we start, Molly. That's on me. But Molly Guestford here with me, my daughter, technically directing the program tonight. Great to have Molly here. And it's great to have Natalie Rothfuss here tonight. She's a junior on the marching band, a drum major, and tomorrow night is the last performance for marching band at a football game.
Yep.
So how are you? How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm excited about marching band. Sad for it to be over. Sad for our seniors to go away.
Yeah. Well, I've had it. I'm busy when the game's going on at halftime, and we try to turn our mics down and try to just let the marching band perform. And I got to tell you, you guys in the pregame and at halftime as well, you guys sounding really good this year. Have you been happy with the band's performance, Nat?
We've been really happy. The last 4 years, I think we've been steadily getting a lot better. Just because of everyone's been putting so much work in, because our band directors have been putting so much work in, we just keep getting better, I think.
Yeah. So a drum major and you're a junior.
Yep.
Okay. Now that doesn't happen every day. So
not always.
So Mr. Stegeman obviously thought a lot of you. Just take me through that and your reaction when he said, Natalie, I want you to be a drum major. Take me through that a little bit.
Well, going into the audition, I was thinking, maybe I'll just try out for fun. I don't know. I'm pretty young, might not get it. It was actually, my sophomore year was my first year marching, so I really didn't think I had a shot. And then we got to the banquet, which is where they announce it, and he read the first two, and I could have sworn they waited for way too long to read the last envelope, because he was sitting there, like, opening it super slowly. And he said my name. I think I was shaking. I went up there, and I don't know, I kind of couldn't believe it for like a couple weeks until all of a sudden it was time for band again, and I realized that was my job now.
Yeah, what was your parents' reaction to that?
I don't think they were crazy surprised. I was shocked. They kind of don't know too much. They just believe what I tell them about it. So if I go up there, they're like, there's something else.
Yeah, okay. Well, so they're I'm looking down. There's three of you, right?
Yep.
3 drum majors.
Two others.
And the other, Lily Dillon, and who's the other drum major?
Alina Barkley. They're both seniors.
Okay, all right. And so, like you said earlier, mixed emotions about tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's pretty tough because, I don't know, I've been doing this since I was pretty young, and it's been like each year we have these football games and we have to see people leave again, so it's tough to know that this is the last time with some of those seniors I've been doing this with from the start. So
what instrument do you play typically when you're not drum majoring?
When I was marching, I played the alto sax.
Okay, and is music something that you want to continue after high school?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the reason I knew I wanted to be drum major, because I'm so passionate about music.
Okay. Well, when you watch the Iowa marching band or the Iowa State marching band, do you think, man, that looks like a lot of fun?
Yeah, it's just so impressive how much work goes into it and how good they do. I would love to go somewhere with a marching band like that.
Because the marching band, when the football team goes to a bowl game, you realize that the marching band travels for that stuff, right? So that's pretty good perk, right?
Yeah, it seems like a great experience. I've heard some of them go to like Hawaii. So.
Oh yeah, well they usually, the goal when you have a bowl game, obviously, is you try to go someplace warm. So, so have you decided on a school yet, or?
My dream school is Brown in the Northeast, but if not them, Boston, just somewhere with a good music program.
Wow. Far away from home.
Yeah, I hope to come back, so I hope to go far for college.
Well, your parents hope you come back too,
yeah,
Nat.
definitely.
But how do they feel about you going over there to one of the Ivy League schools in Brown?
They'll be sad, but I think they know that I want to come back just as much as they want me back.
Okay, so, yeah. So take me through the program that you guys are doing. It's been really good, but just kind of tell the fans what the theme of the program that you've been doing at halftime this year.
So our title theme is A Journey Through Time. We have 5 songs, 3 movements. We have Time by Pink Floyd, Time After Time by Cyndi Lauper, and then 2 Daft Punk songs. So we pretty much go throughout the program using all those songs, intermix them, and we pretty much build up to the end, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a great show, folks, and if you get there tomorrow night and watch them live, or watch. We'll have it on at halftime tomorrow night as well. So, I kid Mr. Stegeman all the time, Nat, about the pep band. Okay, because I really think the pep band adds a lot at the basketball games. I really think it's I feel like it kind of adds to a little bit of a home court advantage.
Totally.
So I've been working on Mr. Stegeman about, getting you guys to more games, and he just says, Todd, we got this, and this going on, and so I get it. But you're in the pep band. How much fun is that at basketball?
It's so much fun. I love marching band, but pep band's just a whole other kind of thing. The energy that you get and being in the stands and watching the game, it's where it makes you feel like you're part of Lincoln.
Yeah, no, I think it adds to the atmosphere at the
Totally.
Roundhouse for sure.
Yeah.
So, well, hey, thank you for going it alone tonight, young lady. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Very nice to meet you,
You
and continued success to you. And you'll see me at basketball games, so stop over and say hi.
I
okay?
will.
All right? Okay. Natalie Roffus, junior drum major, here with us on our Railsplitter Roundtable here tonight, and we appreciate Natalie taking some time. When we come back, we're going to talk football. Head coach Tom Alessio and offensive coordinator Dan Goebel are in the house. Mr. Goebel's in the house tonight. Okay, we're gonna talk football. We'll take a break. We're live from Smitty's Tenderloin Shop at 1401 Army Post Road, and we'll be right back.
A proud sponsor of Lincoln High School Athletics, Smitty's Tenderloin Shop at 1401 Army Post Road makes the best tenderloins in the metro. That's because they're made from scratch every single day. But Smitty's also has delicious cheeseburgers, bacon burgers, and chili burgers. And the fan favorite shakes are a must-have when you order your sandwich. Dine in, order online, or call 515-287-4742. And remember, Smitty says, eat a tenderloin.
You've heard of Murphy's Law. Todd Guessford has Todd Logic. It's a term his wife Kim came up with a few years ago, and wow, is she regretting that. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
And we're back here at Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road. Our camera, a little temperamental tonight. We apologize, popping off and on, but Molly is working on that as we speak. Well, let's talk some football. We've got the offensive brainstorm in the house tonight with Coach Alessio and Coach Goebel. And Tom, we'll start with you. Good evening, sir. How are you?
How you doing? I'm good.
Good. Got that border war with East coming up tomorrow night, and that's always. That is always a. It's. I don't want to use the wrong term, but it can be kind of a fist fight sometimes out there, Coach, and it's an emotional game, isn't it?
It's very emotional, and I won't tell you the true words of what I think either. But yeah, that's kind of been our battle this week, is keeping kids locked into
just playing football.
In football. Yes, it doesn't take a lot to get hyped for a Lincoln East game.
Yeah, and last couple of weeks have been tough. We had two quality opponents, and we just not able to get much done against them.
Yeah, I'll say it. We're our own worst enemy. We get in our way a lot. We turn the ball over. We have penalties. We're just not a team that can play behind the sticks. I've said it all year. Dan has said it at practice. We can't do it, and we continue to make those same mistakes. And it bites us. It comes back and gets us.
Well, yeah, the turnover margin, we won't get into that because it's an ugly stat. But yeah, and Dan, good to see you, sir. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And I was looking at, that's what broadcasters do. They look at stats. And I was looking at the third down conversion thing again today, and it's, our conversion percentage is kind of low. But you and I have talked about that a lot. And if I could break it down between 3rd and 4 as compared to 3rd and 8 or behind the sticks, it's not good when it's a long distance, but we're better when it's 3rd and short. There's no doubt about it.
No question. And I think with our offense, too, and with Coach Alessio being, we're both pretty aggressive. If we get it 4th and 2, we're going for it. So, like Coach said earlier, if we can fight and stay not being our worst enemy, and not being 3rd down and 20 or 3rd down and 15 or if we can stay above the sticks and give ourselves an opportunity, I feel that we do a pretty good job.
And you look at some of the drives. Let's just take the Urbandale game last week, guys. That was almost a scoreless first quarter, okay? And we had a drive. We put a drive together, and then lo and behold, Dan, like you just said, Coach, you talked about it. We get a procedure penalty, or we get a hold, or we have a a loss. We have a play that puts us
behind the
and
six.
next thing you know, we get down around dangerously close to the red zone, and then things kind of went south. Yeah.
It snowballs in a hurry. I mean, we on extra points had 6 offside penalties.
Yeah, what was that all about? He takes his head. I watch you guys on the sidelines, and he takes his headset off, and he's like, what the Sam Hill's going on?
Yeah, I called the timeout to pull him over.
Right.
Yeah, and they let this thing. So our guys have a hard trouble of seeing beyond, right? One bad thing and we talk about this daily. Adversity is going to happen. It's about taking a deep breath, clearing your head, and going back to work. And we just have not quite got over that hill yet, right? Sometimes we clear our head, but we want to argue with somebody. Or we just haven't got over that hump. But, work in progress. Now, that's why I tell a lot of people, work in progress. I'm not giving up on anything. It's a work in progress.
Dan, let's talk about the offensive unit this week. How has practice? I caught a little bit of practice last night, but how has practice been this week, Coach?
I think it's been pretty good overall. I'm really, like I told you the other day when we talked a little bit, I'm really excited about Friday night. One, it's against the East, our rival, and it's been that way since we went to school.
Right.
So I'm excited for that. I'm also excited what we do really well
matches up with what they don't do so well.
Exactly. And so I think if we come focused and execute, I think we can put some big numbers up. And so that's what we're hoping to do. So
I would echo that very much so.
And Tom, you guys both watch the entire practice every night, but what have you seen from the defense this week, Tom?
So what I saw, I thought Monday's kind of a low key day for us, right? We lift weights, we watch film, we have an install, kind of how we're going to attack the team for the week. Tuesday, then we're going to pick it up a little bit, and we're going to do some hitting and get after each other. I thought we were a little flat on Tuesday. I wasn't real happy. Not that practice was bad. We just not a lot of kids chirping. And yesterday, it was Jetta's birthday, so I don't know if that escalated it, and they started going back and forth.
Well, he was doing a lot of chirping yesterday.
He was doing some chirping.
And I tell you what, the competitive spirit between defensive scouts, offensive team, offensive scouts, it may have seemed a little out of control if you were watching, but it's the best competitive spirit I've seen out of both sides probably all year, right? So these guys, what they did during this time period is they focused and executed, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to let them go. As long as it doesn't get out of hand. And I thought yesterday's practice was really good. At the end of the day, it was really good. The competitive spirit was there. They were pushing each other. I mean, we were running, and hold your breath. We even passed the ball a little bit. I thought yesterday's practice was really good. The competitive spirit and the way we executed both sides of the ball. I think we're going to have a big night on defense.
And our defense is due to have a big night.
They are. They've had some opponents, right? And we don't offensively leave them in good positions a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
So
that might be a slight understatement,
Yeah.
Dan. What do you say? Huh?
Yeah, I agree.
But I think both sides of the ball, we've had a nice week. JJ's back this week for kicking. He was away at a big soccer tournament last week.
Bears back this week.
Defensive only.
Okay, all right.
But we're not going to miss a beat. We got Tank at fullback,
right.
And we'll even rotate Jetta in at fullback a little bit. And Nas is back full strength, so he'll play some halfback along with Braylon. Now we might not see much Adam this week. He sprained his ankle. Was it last week in Urbandale?
Yep.
And the trainer said we could try. He's just not right now. He's just not explosive. So I don't know how much we'll see of Adam, but we'll have Braylon, Nas, and we'll be fine in running back. Dan, let's talk about the passing a little bit because you and I were talking here earlier this week, and
And like I told you at the time, small sample size, but I thought Dom, I thought he had some good. I thought he had 2 or 3 really good throws in that Urbandale game, Dan.
I agree, and he's come a long way. I mean, he really has. We need to settle him down. We've done a good job. He's done a good job of settling down. And before, early in the year, he was taking his number 1 and number 2 throws. And then he got kind of away from that and made some not good decisions. And now we're kind of back going toward number 1 and number 2. We've been working a lot on his footwork. And he's made some really nice – he's been making some nice throws. So I think we're trying to put him in the position, a little bit shorter throws, and then hopefully with some of the things that we do play action-wise, hitting some big home runs with nobody being around. So those are a couple of things that we're trying to do, and we'll try to do again this week and give him the opportunity to put some confidence in him and open up our offense a little bit more to keep people honest.
And guys, he's a junior. He's a junior, by the way. He's coming back. So
he's back. The funny thing you say that, Todd, is today, this afternoon, I started working on a depth chart for next year. Dom's right there. We just got to get Dom some confidence. I think we get Dom some Dom's had a really good week. I'm not kidding. Dom is, from Monday to today, Dom has had a good week. What Dom has to realize, he can't make predetermined decisions. Just hit who's open. A 4-yard, 5-yard pass is a success.
And with the speed we have, a 4 or 5 yard pass, guys, could turn into a 60 or 70 yard touchdown. Wouldn't it be great to have a touchdown pass tomorrow night?
It would. It'd be great for Dom. Mm-hmm. It'd be really great for his confidence. But I've said it 100 times this week. Just get the ball in your playmakers' hands and let them do their work. And he's really focused on that, and he's had a nice week. Listen, nobody writes Dom harder than me. I want perfection out of that position, and he works hard at it, and he takes it like a man, and he's had a really nice week.
Both you guys are hard on him at times, but but you want nothing but the best. If you don't yell and bark, and that means you don't care. That's when I was in athletics. If a coach wasn't yelling at me, that's when I got nervous. Okay, they doesn't care about me anymore.
The funny thing is his mom helped serve team dinners to us, right? And I walked in and said hi and thank you, and she's like, "Did you yell at Dom this week?" I'm like, "Come on, I yell at Dom every week." And she's this is why I love Dom's family. She keeps telling Dom, if they didn't love you, you wouldn't hear anything out of their mouth.
There you go.
So there's some parents that get it.
Yeah. And we coached Dom's dad. So it's been a nice so he gets it and he understands it. So but Dom's coming a long way. And to be quite honest with you, if you look at our roster, we got a lot of juniors.
Right.
And
you got some sophomores playing too, by the way.
Yes. So nobody wants to be better offensively than me, and I'm sure, because Coach yells at me all the time for us not being where we need to be.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Never. No, never.
That being said, you look at it, it looks very like we're a very simplistic offense, but in all actuality, there's a lot more that goes into it than it does. But we're a work in progress, and hopefully this is a big step forward, and then next week's another big step forward, and then we can go into the off season and get ready, really get some things tackled and go for next year as well.
The wing tee's a hard offense. No doubt about it. And Dan and I expect big things, because it's secondhand to us. We've done it for so long. But for kids who have played in the spread for years, this is tough offense to get your fingers around.
A lot of motion, a lot of moving parts, Dan, all the time.
Just the physicality that we expect. We say we're going to be tougher than that kid, and even though size-wise we're not going to be as big as the kids that we're going against, and just because we live on the south side, and we don't produce
big
6'4", big kids, using great technique and just being mentally and physically tough, and technique-wise we can compete with them. So. I know Larry loves the offense. All the South Side people that's been around it for a long, long time love it, and so
Larry
we
loves
love it
the
as
offense.
well.
He can't wait to see it operating at maximum capacity because he knows he knows how good it can be.
Yes, and so there's a lot of wrinkles to it that we haven't even explored yet, but it's coming, and the kids are coming along within the system and learning it and buying into it, and so there's a lot of upside of what's going on, and like I said, hopefully tomorrow is a big breakout game, and then we can continue it the following week and end it on a couple win streak.
And Tom, last home game tomorrow night, so for the seniors tomorrow night.
Yep, we're gonna say goodbye to 12 seniors. We're playing for a little more too. Coach Richmond's very ill. I didn't know if everybody knew that or not.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so about a week and a half ago, he called me and said, "Hey, Coach, I'm going to the doctor." They admitted him to the hospital with pneumonia. Well, I don't know who knows, but Coach has got Lou Gehrig's disease. And he's been on a ventilator for about a week and a half. Well, Isaac Parker, the junior D-back running back we have, lives with him. He's relative.
He's the one you call Bama,
He's
right?
the one we call Bama. He lives with them. He said there's progress, that he's doing better and hoping the ventilator's coming off pretty soon. So we're all saying prayers.
Absolutely.
So we're not only playing for the 12 seniors, we're playing for Coach Rich as well, and hope him for a speedy recovery and back with us real soon.
Yes, absolutely. Our thoughts and prayers to Alex Richmond for sure. So, 12 seniors, big game, and we can go. We wanted to go undefeated in the city games, but guys, we have a chance to. If we win tomorrow night, we can be 2-1.
Yeah, well, I can tell you what, we're city champs if we win tomorrow. I know North beat us, but we'll have head-to-head against East and Roosevelt, who beat North. That puts a city championship on us if we can pull this one off tomorrow. So we're playing for that, too.
Yep. Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, well, guys, I'm looking forward to it. And, thanks, Tom, as always. Thank you for being here. And, Dan, great to see you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. And, hey, I've been listening to you I was sad to see you not with us last year doing the broadcast. I think you do a tremendous job. And it's such a great thing for Lincoln High School and the South Side that you're back.
Absolutely.
And we're looking for many more years of this getting bigger for you as well as for us.
Yeah.
And
we're going to hopefully give you something to be excited about.
I can't wait. I said to somebody the other day, I said, yeah, man, the end zone's been kind of a cold and lonely place here the last couple of weeks. I'm hoping it's on fire tomorrow night, So.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Yeah, but Dan, thank you for that. Appreciate it, and it's great to be back, guys. I'm a rail splitter, as you know, and it's great to be back. And this is my daughter Molly. She's producing the show tonight, so she's putting up with Dad. And
that's awesome.
Hi, Molly. Nice to meet you.
So, all right, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow. And,
right, take
Coach,
care.
I'll see you
Thanks.
tomorrow afternoon.
Yes,
and,
sir. Go Rails.
All right, Tom Alessio, Dan Goebel, Railsplitter football coaches here with us here on the Railsplitter Roundtable. We'll take one more break. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up here from Smitty's Tenderloin Shop right after this on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
Hey everybody, Todd Guestford here. I'm a tenderloin guy, and I get my tenderloins at Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road. Smitty's made-from-scratch tenderloins have been voted City View's best for 10 years running. But don't just take my word for it. Come and experience Smitty's yourself. We'll be there Thursday nights for the Railsplitter Roundtable during the high school football and basketball seasons. Order online or call 515-287-4742. And remember, Smitty says, eat a tenderloin.
Want to learn more about what's happening at Lincoln High School? You're in the right place. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
Todd and Molly back here with you at Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, and that is our show tonight, folks. And My thanks to all of our guests tonight. Thanks to the great people here at Smitty's Tenderloin Shop for hosting another Railsplitter Roundtable, and it's been, as always, been a lot of fun. So we will be back next Thursday night for a Railsplitter Roundtable. Will Motley be back? You fans out there say, hey, have Motley come back. Maybe I can talk her into coming back, but depends on when she's working. So, but anyway, thank you, Molly, for being here tonight and helping out. And our next roundtable is next Thursday night, right here at 7 o'clock, here on the Railsplitter Radio Network. And that'll be, by the way, our final roundtable of the fall sports season. So, and then we will turn our attention to basketball in November. Railsplitter football tomorrow night on the network as Lincoln battles East. The Build Lincoln Hire Club pregame show will begin at 5:45 live from Mediacom Stadium. It's senior night. We're going to be recognizing those 12 seniors, as Coach Alessio mentioned. So make sure you get out to Mediacom Stadium tomorrow night and cheer on Lincoln as they take on East in that Southeast 14th border war battle. So that's going to wrap it up here tonight for everyone involved. Todd Guestford saying thanks for watching. And this has been the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.